Hi there guys, welcome back to the next video in my Kanto Solo Run series, where I aim to solo the game with a Pokemon chosen by our randomizer wheel. Let's recap the rules and get straight back into it. First off, the wheel decides which is 3 Pokemon, choose one of the 3 and we do the run with that Pokemon. Secondly, I can only use that Pokemon in battle, but I can catch utility Pokemon for HMs. Third, I can't heal in battle using items, but healing outside of battle is allowed, and moves like Recover and Rest also allowed. Fourth, I can use the Badge Boost glitch, because it's kind of unavoidable in Gen 1. Finally, I can use TMs and HMs. Now let's recap, let's get on with the video. Right, let's do the first spin of the wheel, let's see what we get this time. So first off we get Bellsprout. Now that would be a good run. I've seen other people do it and it's quite quick. Venusaur, I'm feeling kind of like a first tier Pokemon this time around. Let's see what we get. Ooh, Geodude, that's going to be a hard run. Okay, we're going to go with Geodude. Okay, now we've chosen Geodude on the wheel, let's get started. Out of the choices there, we have what, Bellsprout, Venusaur, Geodude. Honestly, I think Geodude's going to give us the toughest time, so I'm feeling like a challenge today, so let's give it a go. Going to choose the name as normal, as I am, I'm Brown. And we're going to go with, who should we go with for the rival today? You know, Ben quite likes Geodude, so we're going to go with Ben for the rival on this one. Okay, so let's have a chat about Geodude before we actually start. So, I think the hardest battle at the end is going to be the Blastoise. So you choose that as the rival, because not just having Hydro Pump, it has Blizzard as well, which means that it's going to be quite a hard final battle. I mean, the early game I actually think is not going to be too difficult for Geodude. It's got a 100 base defense, which means that all the normal moves on the start of the game aren't going to do that much damage to us. So the only downside to that is, as well, we've only got normal moves until I think around level 16 when we get Rock Throw. So I actually think even going into the first rival battle here, like the side rival battle before you go off to Viridian, I actually think we might do this. But probably not, considering the Pidgey just took us down to so little health, and I forgot Squirtle has Bubble here. So when we move through Viridian Forest, we're at level 10 when we go against the Junior Trainer. The Diglett's not going to be a problem whatsoever, and to be fair, neither's the Sandshrew. The most annoying thing about these two Pokemon is they both know Sand Attack. So it just means that the battle's going to take a little bit longer, and I have sped this up for you guys. But we can quite comfortably get past these guys at level 10, level 11. It's just an annoying thing that it takes so long, and we do lose time in this because of the Sand Attack. So I actually go back to the rival now. We're level, am I level 12 now? Yeah, level 12. So I go back at level 12, and to be fair, this battle goes completely different. Even with the Squirtle, it's got Bubble. It does massive amounts of damage to us, but thankfully it only starts using Tail Whip and Tackle, so we can quite comfortably take it down. So the next question is, what level do we need to beat Brock? So considering our ridiculously high defense, and also Geodude's got quite good base attack. It's got base 80 attack, but then all of its other stats are garbage. Like its HP is base 40, its special's base 30, and its speed, I think this might be the slowest Pokemon in Gen 1. It's got a 20 base speed, which means that we're not going to get many critical hits, which are really useful against Brock, especially when you've only got normal moves. And as you can see here, as I've sped this battle up to about 5-6 times of what the actual thing was. Because we don't outspeed, we know when it's going to use Bide, but we just don't do enough damage, and yeah, we end up losing this one. So the question is, what level do we need to be able to beat Brock with a Geodude? So could we do it at level 13? I had to go back and I've beaten all the trainers here, so I had to go back and battle wild Pokemon. So this does add up on the end time. This is not going to be a quick run. But as you can see, like level 3 Pokemon, they're not going to give you much XP. Moving back to Brock, we've got up a few levels now. And we're actually all the way to level 18, where we did get Rock Throw a little bit earlier on, but we just needed those few extra levels here to have enough HP to be able to withstand enough attacks and do enough damage in the amount of turns that actually happen in the battle. And it's not... I actually wanted to keep a lot of those rock throws because they'll do more... Rock throw does more damage. It's a 60 base power move. 50 base power move at level 90, but you get the stab damage, so it kind of is around about 60. We move into Onyx at level 19. We've got really good HP left. Annoyingly, Bide hits there, but we're going to start using Rock Throw now. And when he starts using Bide, that's when we use Defense Curl. And hopefully, the only thing that he can do to damage us is just use Tackle, which only does 1 damage because of how high our defense is. Annoyingly there, he does get a Bide in a really good time. And he is using Screech to take down our defense. So all of that Defense Curl we've been doing, we can kind of... We do lose a bit, but then we always get it back. And we end up beating him at level 18, which took ages. I'll be honest, it really did take ages. We're at 1 hour, 5 minutes in-game time. So we move on to Cerulean here. And we'll see how we do against the rival on Nugget Bridge. So Pidgeotto comes out. We do have Rock Throw, so we can use that as a super effective move. And it takes it out in 1, which is fantastic. What we didn't want to happen was for the Pidgeotto to start using Sand Attack on us. We picked up Mega Punch in Mount Moon, and we did beat all of the trains, which is why our level is so high here. Plus, because of how bad our special is, 1 Water Gun could probably take us out even at this level from that Squirtle. If it was like, maybe even level 15, it probably still could have taken us out. But we do beat the rival first time because of how much we over-leveled. But it doesn't bode well for Misty. And it actually doesn't bode well for this particular trainer on the Nugget path as well, because she's got 2 Oddish. And it's really... If that Pidgey puts Sand Attack on us, the Oddish starts getting the Absorbs on us, we are not going to do well. But thankfully, all of our Mega Punches hit, and we can get past the trainer quite easily. But you're probably wondering right now, how are we going to do against Misty? Well, I might as well just show you, instead of talking about it. So, reason why I went to Nugget Bridge first, and we're dead. So instead of going against Misty at level 27, we're going to go to Vermilion and get a few more levels up. And pick up Body Slam on the SSN. Because that is going to be one of the moves we probably take through to the end game. And we can get rid of Mega Punch as well, because the accuracy on it is not very good. And I prefer 100% accuracy moves. One of the other moves we picked up as well was Dig, because we are rock ground, so we do get stab on Dig, and it's going to make sure we get through quite a lot of the battles quite easily. And we don't have to wait too long for another good move, because at level 31, Geodude learns Earthquake. Probably the best ground move in most generations, so yeah, we definitely want to... We're at level 35 here. I've battled a lot of trainers to get to this point. I am anticipating, even in this early game, that because of how... we're nearly twice the Kadabra's level and we still don't outspeed it. That's how bad Geodude's speed is. So I'm anticipating right now that we're going to have to be quite a high level to be able to even get through the Elite Four. How high of a level, I don't know yet. So once we've beaten everybody in Cerulean, we actually have to go, in Vermilion and SSN, we have to go back to Misty so we can actually use Cut. We still don't outspeed the Staryu at level 35, and it takes off over half our health. We get a level 36 here. And I could learn Explosion, but considering this is a solo run, if I use that, we've lost the battle. Annoyingly, Starmie uses Bubble Beam. So we need to get past Misty in a way that maybe we force her to use Tackle. And thankfully she uses X-Defend, which is great. We can one-hit the Staryu and we're at full health for the Starmie. So, can we tank a move here? Oh, we do, we tank the move, and Earthquake takes it out in 1. I tried this from level 30 all the way up to level 36, and 36 was the only level really that I could tank this at. Well, I guess 35 probably could have tanked it at, but you cannot believe how many tries this took me. Okay, so I'm actually going to go off towards Rock Tunnel now. You're probably thinking, what about Surge? Well, honestly, when I was doing the run, I forgot about him, so I will have to go back there and beat him in a bit. But get moving through to Celadon. The first thing I do is I go to that department store and we get as many Carbos as we can. And then we go and get Rock Slide from the girl on the roof. Because that's going to be our most powerful stab rock move. Annoyingly, there's not many good rock moves in Gen 1, but we work with what we have. After beating everyone in Erica's gym as well, like I'm literally going through every single trainer I find to try and beat them and get these levels up, because level 42, I still can't outspeed, and Razor Leaf is always a critical hit when you get hit by it. So instead of going against Erica, going for Giovanni. I know I can do well against his Pokemon. I might outspeed some of them, especially the rock Pokemon. But because I've got Earthquake, the first two go down really, really easy. And then Kangaskhan comes out, and Rage isn't the worst thing. It's probably the best move we could have used there. But we one-hit it with an Earthquake, and that's because of the amount of attack that Geodude has. We can one-shot most things as long as we can hit it first. But the speed is still an issue. So I go and try Erica again. We're now level 45. Do we outspeed? We don't, but thankfully, Victory Bell uses Sleep Power, so we can use Dig, get past that. Tangela comes out. Earthquake is not going to one-shot it. I probably should have used Body Slam there. But there we go. It's gone down in 2. Tangela it gets good grass moves later on, but ooh, Petal Dance takes us out in 1. That's not good. Okay, so I'm struggling for trainers right now, so I'm going back to Vermilion just to get the badge from Surge. I might as well get out the way now, and we'll see. Well, it's not. This battle just goes completely my way. Even if we do get outspeeded by a level 18 Pikachu, his electric moves aren't going to do anything against me. I've got the type advantage here, but I have lost some time by having to go back to him later on. Annoyingly, we can't learn Thunderbolt as well, but go back to Celadon, we'll get some more Carbos, and we'll see. Oh, I've run out of. Ah, damn it, I can't use any more Carbos. That's very annoying. Okay, so we can actually go to Lavender Tower without beating Erica. So we'll see how we do against the rival here. Considering he won't have Gyarados, but he does have Blastoise. We know Pidgeot's going to be an easy battle because we have Rock Slide. Next up is Growlithe. Again, Rock Slide is super effective. When it hits, it is only, 90 accuracy, which isn't great. Execute's probably going to be an issue later on, but Rock Slide for now takes it out. Kadabra, apart from Blastoise, is going to be the biggest issue on this run. I mean, we have to be, 27 levels above it to be able to outspeed. And, of course, we outspeed the Wartortle, taken out in 1. So, we are massively over-leveled for this point in the game. It's, I don't think I've had to be this high level apart from on the Kakuna run to be able to do this. Trying to look for other trainers to battle. I remember there's the fighting dojo, so we can go there and get a few more levels up. I think Double Kick is the best fighting move in Gen 1, apart from Submission, but that does have Recoil. So apart from that, there's not really much else that can worry us in here. If Hitmonchan had used Ice Punch, probably would have been a problem, but thankfully it doesn't. Use Agility, we managed to beat the Fighting Dojo Master. And you know what? I'm not even going to take the Pokemon. Let's move on to Koga. Koga should be an easy battle. We've got stab moves, we don't have priority moves. Well, the question is, do we outspeed? I actually went into this battle paralysed because I couldn't be bothered going back to the Pokemon Center. This has taken ages at this point in this run. So I thought, let's see how we do on the first time against him while we're paralysed. We're one-shotting pretty much most of them. We can tank a self-destruct, so honestly, I don't think we wouldn't have. I don't think we'll have struggled if we even got in at less HP. So there we go. The Weezing takes itself out, and we've beaten Koga. That was probably the easiest gym leader so far. And you're probably wondering what's next. So Silphcore's probably next. I mean, we could get a water Pokemon and go over to Cinnabar and try and beat Blaine, but we're level 56 at this point. I've battled pretty much all the trainers in Silphcore. If I can't beat him at this level, then it just shows how... I don't want to say bad because I like Geodude, But on a solo run, it actually is garbage. To be this level just to beat the rival is crazy. We can tank that confusion, but if it used Psychic, it probably would have taken us out. And here's the question, do we beat the Blastoise? No! Oh, come on. Water Gun does over 100 damage to us. Okay, it's time to go back to Erica. We're level 56 plus here. Can we beat Erica at this level? I really hope so, because it'll get embarrassing for Geodude if it can't do it at this level. Thankfully now, Earthquake is one-shotting all the Pokemon, and we're starting to outspeed, but we have to be nearly twice the level of all the Pokemon to be able to outspeed. That's how bad its speed is. Even with using as many Carbos as we can find, we just can't outspeed most things, even half our level. So at this point now, I've actually beaten every single trainer that I can possibly find, without progressing further in the story. So we're just going to have to see how we do. The Pidgeot goes down in 1. We have been sand attacked, so we're going to start missing more. Growlithe it goes down with an Earthquake, thank God. Execute comes out, and Body Slam should take it out. Yes, it does. Alakazam comes out. Do we outspeed now? We do. We finally outspeed the Alakazam. That is great. So, what do we do against this Blastoise? One-shot Earthquake. There's not many moves that Geodude can get where you can actually utilise the Badge Boost glitch. You can get Harden, but with the variety of moves that we have, I didn't want to change anything yet. If there was anything that I was going to put onto it, it would be a last-ditch effort to put Double Team on late game, if I'm literally to a point where I cannot do anything more to get past the trainer. So until then, I'm going to stick with this move pool and just see how we do. I mean, Giovanni, it puts us in good stead for the last Giovanni battle because he went down with pretty much one hit every time there. But Sabrina is going to be quite scary from the outset. A Pokemon are generally faster than me, so unless I can outspeed them, I've not really got much of a chance here. So, what can we do? Well, full frontal assault. Psybeam comes out, does massive damage, and we take it out in 1. Do we outspeed the Mr. Mime? We do. We outspeed the Mr. Mime, but we have not got great HP still. We've still got Venomoth and Alakazam. And we get paralyzed. This is not looking good at all. Okay, Rock Slide hits, takes out Venomoth. Unless this Alakazam uses Recover, we have got no chance here. It used Psywave. Oh, wow. I forget about Psywave. It's such a bad move. We beat Sabrina first try. That was very unexpected, even at the level we're at. Okay, so there's only one other place we can go now. We have to go to Cinnabar and beat Blaine. This should be quite an easy battle. We've got super effective moves. And by level 64, we should be outspeeding most of these Pokemon. We're nearly 20 odd levels above them. I don't think we'll outspeed Rapidash. No, we don't. But Earthquake should take... It does, it takes it out in 1. Next up is Arcanine. Do we take it out in 1? Wow, Takedown does a lot of damage for not being effective, but we do take it out in 1. I don't know if that recoil mattered there, but we do beat Blaine first time and we can move off to Giovanni. We do also pick up Fire Blast, which is helpful, and I also track back to the power plant to go and pick up another rare candy. And while I'm there, I also try my luck against Zapdos. Can we take it out in 1? My Geodude takes out a legendary bird in 1. Okay, so Giovanni next. Rhyhorn comes out first. We don't have any badge boosting, so we have to just go full attack. And this is where I forget about Dugtrio and its speed. At level 42, Dugtrio is still quicker than us, but thankfully I anticipate this and we use Dig. So Nidoqueen goes down with an Earthquake, and we haven't lost in a while, so this is actually looking quite good. Card Spec on the Nidoking. If it had used an attack, it might have actually done some real damage. Do we outspeed the Rhydon though that uses Fissure? and it uses Horn Drill. We do outspeed, so we can take it out in one. Whew! And we've finally beaten all the gym leaders, but what's left is the Elite Four. Can we beat the Elite Four with a Geodude? That's the question that I'm asking now. So, before we even get to the Elite Four, we have to fight the rival again. And this is usually a tricky battle. But if I lose this, I've actually got another move in mind that I could use and utilise the Badge Boost glitch to be able to get through this battle with relative ease, I guess. But we're going to have to see how we do with this first attempt. Earthquake's going to take out the Growlithe quite easily. And next up's the Execute. So Body Slam or Rock Slide should be the move that takes it out. Doesn't take it out in one. Execute and Executor are quite bulky, so that's kind of... I was kind of expecting that. Alakazam comes out, we're going to use Stab Earthquake. Doesn't take it out in one because it used Reflect, but it used Reflect twice so we can get past the Alakazam. Now, do we take out the Blastoise? I'm going to try and paralyze it. We get the paralysis. Now we use Earthquake. Does it? No, it doesn't. No. Okay. So the move that I was thinking, let's go pick up Mimic. On the Pidgeot on this battle, you can actually get Mimic Agility and utilise the Badge Boost glitch. I don't like using Double Team, but I do quite like using Mimic. Double Team, because of the Badge Boost glitch, actually seems a bit broken. Basically, no one can ever hit you and you boost all your stats phenomenally. Whereas Mimic, you have to waste a turn first, and then Mimic a move, and then you can start using the Badge Boost glitch. So it takes longer to set up, which means you've got less chance of winning the battle, and that makes it harder, which I prefer. If that logic actually makes sense to you guys. So let's go back, see how we do against the rival. We must do better this time. As long as we can get agility, we should be fine on this battle. But let's see. It's the first attempt using Mimic. Okay, so let's use agility itself, so let's Mimic that. And there we go, we've now got agility on a Geodude. But I am going to use Rock Slide, because I actually can't remember when I level up. So I'm going to... It's safer to set up against the Rhyhorn, but I'm still going to plug on. It might be... It's also kind of safe to set up against the Growlithe, so I'm going to do it here. I was kind of anticipating when I might level up, but I hadn't been keeping track of the maths on that. So I could level up mid-battle, and that means all the Badge Boost glitch gets reset. Thankfully it hasn't there, so we can actually go against the Execute with boosted attack. Can we outspeed the Alakazam here? We do, and it's a one-shot with Earthquake. Now, do we one-shot the Blastoise? That's the question I want to know. We do! Mimic strats. Very powerful in Gen 1. Right. So the next thing to do is the Pokemon League. I did battle against all the trainers in Victory Road while I was there. And as you've seen there, we're at 6 hours 15 in-game minutes. I've done a lot of training. I've gone against a lot of trainers. In my time, that's about 3 hours in real time to get into the Elite Four. So, level 69. Do we one-shot the Cloyster? It does have... Oh, it's got really high defense. Oh, wow. I am not high level enough for this. Okay, let's use some of your rare candies. And let's give this a try at higher level. It's always worth saving your rare candies to the end of the game because it takes longer to level up, so it's more resourceful to use them then. Okay, so we're going at level 75. Let's see how we do. We take out a Dugong in one and outspeed. Can we take out Cloyster? We do. This is looking good now. Slowbro. You know what? I should have mimicked Amnesia. Water Gun does so much damage. Am I going to be able to outspeed the Jinx here? I don't know. Can I outspeed the Jinx? No, I don't. Ice Punch. This is annoying. Okay, let's use all the rest of the rare candies. We have used every rare candy in the game. Can we now beat Lorelei? Because if not, I'm going to have to go and train up a lot more. We know Rock Slide takes out Dugong. We know Rock Slide takes out Cloyster. Which move's probably going to be best for Slowbro? Let's try Earthquake. It does nearly take it out and puts it in healing range, so we're past Slowbro without taking any damage. Do we outspeed Jinx now? No, we still don't. Earthquake is going to take it out in one, but if we don't outspeed this Lapras, I'm going to have to go and level up more. Oh, Hydro Pump misses. Get in. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not happy that I'm level 78 doing this with Pokemon, but it's the only way I could get past these trainers. One of the most useful stats to have in Pokemon is easily your speed. If you don't have good speed, you're already at a disadvantage going into battles. But without, I don't know, unless you level up more, you're not really got much of a chance. You're probably wondering why I didn't talk about the Bruno fight. There was nothing to talk about, really. Okay, so Agatha. We're going to use Rock Slide on the Golbat. We used Earthquake on all the Haunter's and Gengars. Can we win this first time? We are asleep, right? Come on, wake up. Okay, there we go. If I get hit by Nightshade now, that's me done. Can I get past Gengar? It confused me. Nightshade. Okay, second try. Out of all the Elite Four members, which one of them do you think actually took me the longest to get past? Because whenever I lose, I'm very strict on myself. I go straight back to the start of the Elite Four and try again. No, off first impressions, honestly, I would have said Lorelei would be the hardest one because we've got the type disadvantage. But strangely enough, Agatha, because of the status move she does, it actually took me a lot more tries to get past Agatha than any other Elite Four member. In terms of consistency, there wasn't really any. It came down to luck, and I was about 10-15 tries into it, and I just wanted to get past her and go on to Lance. So hopefully, if I don't lose against Lance and the champion, I won't have to go against Agatha another 15 times. The worst thing about Lance with Geodude though is he starts off with Gyarados, so if he uses and hits with Hydro Pump to begin with, you've pretty much lost the battle instantly. Thankfully though, you can use Mimic on the Dragonairs and get Agility, so that means you can badge boost a bit. And thankfully the Dragonairs don't know any super effective moves against us, so they will spam Dragon Rage because the AI thinks that's the most logical and it's the move that can do the most damage to us. Thankfully, Aerodactyl is also weak to Rock Slide, even though it's a rock Pokemon. And I misclicked there and used Earthquake. Rock Slide should be what you use against Dragonite because it is super effective. And thankfully, Dragonite doesn't hit us, so we get past that battle at level 80. So there's only one trainer left now. Geodude's managed to beat everything in Kanto, apart from the champion. It's time for Ben to give us one last battle. I think one last battle. It did take me a few tries. So Pidgeot comes out. We know Rock Slide should take this out. Wing Attack, not the worst thing that can happen, and we miss with Rock Slide. Wing Attack happens again. We've not lost very much HP, but Rock Slide will take it out in one. Alakazam comes out next, which is not ideal. We've got very low specials, so Psybeam's going to do a lot of damage. We've got to hope we take it out in one. And we thankfully do, at level 80. Rhydon comes out, and this is where I realise I actually can't mimic anything to badge boost. I've done these runs so many times, and I always forget that I can't do this. I can't badge boost glitch with Mimic in the last battle, so we just have to plug forward and kind of hope with luck and that we outspeed. Arcanine comes out, we're not going to outspeed. One good thing about Arcanine and Rhydon though is they do use Leer and Tail Whip, so if they use a move like that on us and we lose defense, everything else does actually get boosted as well. So you could kind of stall out on them two hoping to get some badge boost, but that's going to increase your end time. But it all comes down to the Blastoise. And I used Earthquake. I probably could have used Horn Drill, but I'm not outspeeding it, and it uses Hydro Pump, so we lose this attempt. And I have to start the entire process again. Let's see, do we beat him this time? Pidgeot comes out. Rock Slide. We know that takes that in 1. Alakazam comes out. We know an Earthquake takes it out in 1. And we haven't lost any HP from the Rhydon. This is looking like a good attempt. So I'm going to try and mimic... Nah, none of their moves really would be ideal. I've messed this up. I misclicked on it, Earthquake as well. Oh, you can tell this took me so long because I'm making stupid mistakes. And Blastoise comes out, uses Hydro Pump. Yeah, that's it. So you're probably wondering how many attempts did this take me? It took me 20 attempts, and I didn't win once. And when that happens, and I'm pulling my hair out of the game, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to use Double Team. And I'm really annoyed at myself there. I had to resort to this, but it is within the rules that I can use it. I just don't like using it. Pidgeot comes out, and we're just going to spam Double Team to start off with. Annoyingly, Pidgeot knows Mirror Move, so their evasion also goes up as well. And by the time we've set up all of our Double Team, she's Mirror Moved 2 or 3 times here. So it's going to take a little while to be able to hit her in... Oh god, she uses another Mirror Move. What are the chances Pidgeot uses Mirror Move? And it was 4 out of 6 times there. Okay. Rock Slide doesn't have great accuracy, but it will one-hit KO. I'm going to go for the stat move. Let's see. And we're missing a lot. And I've got 6 Double Teams and she manages to hit with a Wing Attack. And a Sky Attack. I'm not liking my chances here. We finally take it down with Rock Slide. That took more effort than it needed to be. We finally, because of the badge boost and outspeed Alakazam, Earthquake's going to take down Rhydon. Arcanine's going to go down with an Earthquake. And next up is Executor. Which move? Probably Body Slam's the best one. Doesn't take it out after badge flipping heck. Okay, this doesn't make me confident for Blastoise. See if we can get the Paralysis. We do get Paralysis. And he uses Withdraw. We win. It took Geodude to level 80 to be able to beat the Pokemon League. Oh, I hope you can hear like the exhaustion in my voice from this run. In total time, because I do reset things, it actually took me about 4.5 hours. But the end time is going to look different because it doesn't take into account when you reset. So we win at level 80 in 6.5 hours and 4 minutes. I don't think I want to do a Geodude run for a long time now. Well, that's the video. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, you know, all that YouTube stuff. And one thing I've noticed as well is new subscribers. I'm getting quite a few recently, but you need to change your privacy to show so that I can actually see who's subscribing. That way, I can actually make you the name of the rival. Once you've done that, we'll see you in the next video, and I hope you take care.